Hello everyone, welcome back to the Golden Cookbook. In this video, I'm going to be discussing one simple skill that every chef or cook should know in the kitchen, regardless of level or skill. I'm going to teach you how to properly read and understand a recipe rather than simply using it once and forgetting it. This is how chefs are able to think about a recipe or an idea by looking at a simple ingredient or maybe not even thinking about it at all. And this will help you gain that same knowledge. Let's get right into it. The first step is to always read through a recipe in its entirety to fully understand what the recipe is asking from you. This will let you know about any special equipment or ingredients that you need before starting a recipe so that you can get it prepared before you start. Don't be afraid to cook from a recipe just because you don't have a specific tool or ingredient. Use alternatives and substitutions. Finding a substitution is as simple as looking online and finding what ingredients might be able to be used instead of another. This separates a good cook from a great cook because a great cook knows what substitutions they can make, how it can affect a recipe, and the different results it can lead to. By learning this, you are also able to gain that skill and become a better cook in the kitchen. This is what professional chefs use to gain the knowledge in other ingredients and how you can improve yourself. If you are a home cook and don't have a lot of time, a lot of recipes might seem daunting at first hand. However, prepping is a major tool that a lot of chefs use and that you should too in order to save their time. We prep ingredients to make sure that we have time to focus on other more important tasks while always being ready. This includes cutting aromatics such as onions, garlic, shallots, peppers, and others in order to make sure that we have time to focus on other tasks. By prepping these ingredients for, say, a soup, you can focus on the stock, on the seasoning, and on the cooking time rather than cutting vegetables. We want to prep our ingredients so that we can focus on the fun stuff like the cooking and the food. If you're using a recipe, my best tip to you is to understand when to be flexible and when you shouldn't be. For example, let's say you're making chicken cutlet and it says to apply breading to your chicken before frying. That's definitely not a step that you want to skip out on. It's extremely necessary to keep the texture of the chicken and keep the moisture inside of the chicken. However, if the recipe said to apply a seasoning mix of smoked paprika and ground mustard, that may not be ingredients that you always have on hand, so feel free to experiment with seasonings. A great chef is always able to understand why a recipe calls for a specific ingredient or a specific preparation method, and they'll help you understand the different methods that you need to succeed in the kitchen. In this video, I went over a few basic tips how to properly use a recipe and comprehend it rather than simply reading it. That separates an amateur from a good cook is what you're trying to be. Chefs, like many others, are able to use these skills in order to succeed in the kitchen, and that's what you will do too. This makes cooking a lot less time consuming so that you can focus on the food and the fun. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day.